All right, we got so much to talk about. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We got Teresa in the house. We're doing happy hour with my girl from Jersey.
Yes.
Like, does it get any better than this? I feel like I'm back home. So wait, so there's some shows going on. Wait, let me just tee this up, okay? So, stop me if I miss something.
Okay.
Apprentice.
Yes.
Apprentice with Donald Trump, who's now the goddamn president of the United States. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we've got Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Right? Then we have
Villains.
His favorite villains.
Yes.
And you did a couple of other things though, right? Like
Housewives. So
we know the Housewives, girl.
Yeah, Housewives. Then there's I'm on Special Forces.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to talk about that because we've been watching it, and Mikey G is a huge watcher of this show, and I want him to tell you his
I literally was dying when the sergeant was getting in your face, and I was like, I had to ask you this question because how did you not want to pop off on him? I was like, who the heck do you think you are getting in Teresa's face? He was getting all up in your face.
I know. I mean, I did talk back to him when he called me stupid. I was like, that's not nice. I thought that was a little rude,
Not nice.
And then I found out that he got interviewed and they asked him about that. And he says he doesn't even remember saying that.
That's mean.
And he felt bad. He said, he's like, I don't even remember saying that. I feel, he felt bad. But I guess that was their job to be mean to us and to try to break us. I think that's what they do, break you and then, I guess, and to try to lift you up at the same time, get you going, get you to do the best you can,
Was that supposed to motivate you guys, to get you wound up?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why I was like, you could whine, you don't have to be so mean, that's the only thing,
So how was it? So now G is still on. You left the show. You were off now because let me tell you something. I've gone on vacation with my son Dominic. He's just about the same age as Gia. And we go to Hawaii, Italy, we all did a mommy and me trip. I've never thought to do a mommy and me trip to Morocco and do a show where I'm getting dropped out of the freaking bridge into the water. You know what I mean? I just holy, and I'm watching her talk through it with you. And I was like, it was such a great moment of bonding time, between you girls. How was that experience with Gia?
It was amazing. We started out, we were in Morocco, North Africa. Okay. But first we started off in Marrakesh. So we spent a few days before, getting adjusted to the time and everything. So we spent a few days in Marrakesh together. So that was amazing. And then we ended up starting Special Forces in Morocco, North Africa. And it was, listen, that was really intense. I didn't know how to swim. I took one swimming class before going to Special Forces. And I'm glad I did because I do feel more comfortable now in the water. But it was scary. And she was just like, Ma, you got this, you got this. The thing is, you have to hold your breath underwater. Once you're under breath, you have to hold your breath for 20 seconds.
Right.
And I tried. I mean, thank God I didn't drink any water. I did hold my breath, but I just panicked when the water got up to here, and I panicked. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have to give it to you for it's one of your greatest fears, and doing that is pretty brave.
I can't even hold my breath for 3 minutes when I'm doing an X-ray. When they're like, "Okay, hold your breath," and you're like,
I know.
Oh my God, I start having a panic attack.
I know, and I was practicing before doing the task. While we were waiting for everyone else to do the task, the most I could hold my breath, I think it was 15 seconds. I don't think I could hold it to to 20. I mean, but maybe I could have, but I panicked. But I'm glad I did it, and now I do feel more comfortable in water after doing that.
Yeah. No, it's great. And it's great to see Gia on there. And she seems like she's, and I saw that you walked off. You didn't want to see her with that fight. And I totally get that. And I don't think I'd be able to handle that either. I mean, Mama Bear comes out and I just want to kick everybody's ass. Like, if you touch my kid, if you put a finger on my kid, I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
Yeah,
So,
remember when, did you see what the guy did to Gia? Grabbed her by her head, was putting her in the
Yes.
water?
I was like, oh my, dying.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm like, thank God I didn't see that, because I would have,
That's what I'm saying. You would have popped off.
Yes.
It would have been crazy. But anyway, we're like so excited to continue to watch her and see what's going on.
Yeah,
But
it's an amazing show. It's an amazing show, amazing cast. You know, you got to make sure you watch it to the end.
Yeah, we are, right?
Yeah, we're
oh no,
watching it.
Mikey G's completely tuned into it. And
let's continue. Wait, let's continue. I was also on Ultimate Girls Trip.
So wait, the Ultimate Girls Trip. So who is like your favorite on that, and who would you never go away with again?
My favorite on Ultimate Girls Trip, I bonded really well with Cynthia Bailey and Luann. We hung, like, I thought they were awesome. And you know what, Kyle, she was good too. I liked, I have to say I got along with everyone on the cast. Oh, Kenya Moore ended up she won the trip and then she gave it to me at the end.
Yeah.
So what's the premise of the show? Like,
a bunch of housewives together. They bring us to an island and we spend a week together.
But can you imagine?
That's all you need.
Yeah, and exactly. It's either you get along, and when you go away with someone, you really get to know them. And it was a little kooky, which, Ramona, she was like, off the wall, but she's funny, but whatever.
Didn't that start right out of the gate when on the plane? Wasn't there something that went down on the plane when she was like,
she said I'm like a scarecrow that needs a brain.
That's right. She talked about Teresa. She told
She
said that to you?
She said it to my sister-in-law, and then my sister-in-law told me. So it's like, she wanted a reaction.
Nice.
And then what I loved about it is that Kenya Moore had my back. She right away off the bat, like she just met me and she had my back. So Kenya Moore is my girl for life.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm just saying, because she just met me and she had my back from as soon as she met me. And she told Ramona, she's like, that's really, like, who do you think you are saying that, and I love that.
I mean, you're a girl's girl. Like, every time I see you, you're with a tribe of women, beautiful women, smart women. They seem to be really supportive. Like, your circle seems to have changed. And like, what brings somebody into your circle? Like, what's a quality person that you want to surround yourself with? Because you've got all these women, and it seems like, for me, loyalty, respect, but more so loyalty. Like, it's just like, you have to have that. Like, those are certain things in my circle. Like, you got to be straight up, hence straight up extra dirty.
Straight up extra dirty.
You got to be straight up. You got to be honest. And if you don't like me, fucking say it. And if you love me, say it. But if you don't, like, I don't like phony fake stuff, and I think you're authentic. So in my circle, so Teresa, like, it used to be 100 people. Like, I'd go out to the clubs in the city, in Staten Island, in Jersey, on Long Island, and I would always have the girls group. It got smaller and smaller and smaller. It wasn't so much about quantity as it was about quality.
Yeah.
So like, my things, my everything about me has changed. So what is it about your girl group? Because you've got some really strong, powerful women around you that you keep in your group. And what is the qualities that you don't want in your group?
I'm all about woman empowerment. Like, yeah, I mean, I have to say, I don't even have to tell my friends to be loyal to me. I think they just are, and I am a girl's girl. So that's the thing. I wouldn't hang out with people if they weren't if we didn't get along. Like, I don't have to even tell them to be loyal. They just are. And yeah, we all have each other's back, and it's an easy friendship. Like, I like easy friendship. Friendships should be easy. When a friendship's too hard and you have to work at it, at this point in my life, who has time for that? So.
Yeah, I agree, because I know that.
When you have a girlfriend, like, if you don't call them, like my friends, they don't get mad. Like, we just pick up right where we left off. Like, we all have busy lives, and it's like nobody gets mad or jealous or anything like that. Like, everybody understands. Like, we're just all there for each other.
Right,
No,
right.
no expectation, just kind of like go with the flow.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
And
and
like it should be easy, at this point in our lives, we just want easy, like and just have easy and have fun, be there for each other, and that's it.
it's funny because I'm about the same age as Teresa, and so like the circles change and the people, the dynamic changes,
Definitely.
and I've gotten to the point where I'm like, if I meet somebody new, and I'm always meeting new people all the time, and if they want to be your friend, you want to make sure that they want to be there for the right reasons,
Right.
that
Oh
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, you know what I
Yes.
mean, and so my thing has always been like, you know what? I've come across people where it's too difficult to be friends with you. Like if you're gonna put those kind of demands on me, or like you said, I have to call, or if I don't invite you out to a girls' night out, like all of a sudden it's like,
A big problem,
it's
yeah.
it's like it's too much drama. It's like I don't mind drama. Look, life is full of drama. We all know that. Teresa is
It's dramatic.
she knows, right? Right? I mean, that's what life is all about. But with women, I think like as we keep, our circles as they may get smaller, they get more refined,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
right. And then
Yeah. You weed out anyone that is like, doesn't serve you. Like,
got an
yeah,
agenda. It's got an agenda.
yes. Or, if it's just too much work or, yeah,
Right.
like at this point in your life, like you just want easy, like
Yeah.
you don't, friendship should be easy, not hard. Yeah. You should just go with the flow. And,
Right.
when it's to be difficult or exactly if people are asking for demands, like you haven't called me, why didn't you invite me? This, that, it's like, that's too much. It's just
Right.
Right.
like,
Right.
go with the flow.
I got you on that. So on the topic of friendships, relationships. So Joe, your ex,
Yeah.
like, so father of your four beautiful children, you guys, have been through a lot, man. Like there's no surprises here. I mean, it is what it is. You know, everybody took a little vacation, little
Oh,
time
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we call that went on a trip, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not a fun trip, but yeah.
Not a fun one, but god damn girl, you're resilient. Like nobody else
Yes.
comes out of that like that. But I want to focus on your relationship with Joe, because we're talking about relationships with friends, with girlfriends. But you have really brought it all in with your ex, where you put your children first. Like whatever happened with with you and Joe, you managed to come together, right? I mean, what was it when you first met? I'm going to go back in time. I'm going to throw it back, Tree.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it back. When you met Joe, what was it about him that you were like, oh my God, I love this man, I'm going to marry him? Like, what was it about Joe?
Well, I mean, I knew him my whole life. So I grew up with him. Our parents were friends. And so it was like, that's what it was. It was like, I don't know. It's like I dated someone else before him, and then he ended up cheating on me. So I was really hurt. So then I ended up, running into Joe out in the clubs. And then my mom always kept me away from him because he was like a bad boy.
Sounds like my mother.
We all love the bad boys.
Yeah, when your mom keeps you away from the bad boy, then you want the bad boy even more.
Of course.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was like that. So I ran into him. He was always nice to me. So I was just like, you know what? He looked like he was just safe. Like I was like, he's gonna feel like he's gonna be a good guy, good guy, good husband, good dad, good provider. It was like that's how we connected. Like, because I just knew him my whole life, and I don't know, I guess because I was hurt from my last relationship that I just
He made you
like,
feel safe at the time.
yes, yes. And like, and I guess because we always wanted to hook up, but we never did. And then it
Would you
happened.
say you were friends before you were lovers, so to speak?
Yes,
Like,
yes, we were
oh,
definitely
interesting.
friends. Yeah, we were definitely friends. And then we started dating when I was 24, and then we got married at 27.
Right.
Right.
And then what about his family? Like, how was his family?
Yeah, well, and that's another trait that I liked about Joe, that he came from this big family, this huge Italian family. And I came from a small family. Like, it was my mom, my dad, my brother, and I. And then at one point, like, I didn't grow up with my cousins because, our parents didn't speak for like 6 years. So I didn't grow up with like cousins. So it's like I saw Joe's family that they were always there for each other and like such a big family. And that was another thing that attracted to him because I loved his huge family. I'm like, oh my God, I would love my kids to grow up in a big family like this.
And now you have a big family that's blended.
Yeah, and
Right.
we see that, like, I mean,
And I loved his family because they always had each other's backs. That's
Right.
one thing about Joe's family. They always had each other's backs. And that was one thing I did love about his family.
so let me ask you a question straight up. If the legal issues didn't happen, and we know what those legal issues are,
Yeah.
would you
They'll be
have
with him.
stayed? Yeah, would you still be with Joe if it didn't?
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, the love I have for Louie is so different. Like, it's a different love. Like, with Louie, it's like passion, like,
But you didn't meet Louie yet. So would you have stayed with Joe if those problems didn't happen?
oh, but the problems, like, I don't think like that. It was
It
everything.
was meant to be a part. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everything works out in your life the way it's
It's
supposed to work
supposed
out.
to. Yes.
This was part of my journey. Yeah, so like I can't say that because it didn't. I knew that me and Joe weren't supposed to be together forever. It
Right,
was.
right. Even before the legal issues came out, like if that never happened, could you see still? Because I know with my ex-husband, I've been asked that question. It's a tough one to answer because we have a beautiful son, and he did some really shitty things to me, in our marriage, not as a father, but as a husband. And those were things that I just wasn't able to accept and move on without crucifying him every goddamn day. So my thing with is but then you sit back and you think like, well, could you have sucked it up? Could you have been like, maybe we can go to therapy and get through this? Or
Before the legal, we never really had problems. I mean, he said some
right.
stupid things on TV that he was dumb about saying. But yeah, but
Yeah.
otherwise we really didn't have like a bad marriage. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And that's not something we want to always share with everybody because you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
That's true.
But, the idea is like you don't realize why these things are happening to you and you think it's the worst thing that happens until somebody like Louie comes along. And I want to talk about Louie because Louie and Joe, let me just like kind of go into that with Joe because those guys seem like not best friends, but they like I've seen them in the Bahamas together. It's
they have
kind
a
of
healthy
crazy.
relationship. Yes.
Like, how did that happen? Like,
I mean, that was Louis' doing. It really was because he came into my life and he wanted to show Joe who he was, and especially that he was going to be around his 4 daughters. So he wanted to show him who he was. And at first, Joe thought it was weird. He's like, "Why does he want to come and see me?" And I'm like, "He wants to come and see you, duh, because he wants to show who he is because he's going to be around your daughters." And then he got it. After I said that to him, oh wow, like, and now he sees like what an amazing guy Louis is, just because not too many men would do that, and
When you met Louis, did you know right away? Like,
yeah, you know what? As soon as I met him, it was so easy.
yeah.
It was easy. Like, yeah, and like,
I mean, I see the way he is with you. Like when I'm watching the show, like I noticed that he always makes your plate when you guys go out to eat. He'll make your
oh
plate
yeah,
before he makes his own.
that's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
That's
He's
a
very
gentleman
sweet.
right there.
There's a lot of little things that that I notice for sure.
yeah,
Like,
no,
on the show.
yeah, he's like he treats me the way I feel like Joe, my ex was like old school, like wouldn't show me that he loved me. Louis, total opposite. Like we're very affectionate with each other. Like like we give each other cards, like he writes me letters. Like it's I love that. Like gives me a lot of attention and I love that and vice versa. We do that with each other.
Right.
Like we should like um words, what is that? Words of affirmation. Like
Yes,
he's so good with that.
the love
Yeah.
language. He
Yes, the
speaks your love
love.
language.
Yeah, like yeah. It's just different how Louis is compared to my ex, total opposites. And if I have to pick who I like better, obviously Louis. You know,
Well, you seem very happy.
like like he's more my guy. Like it's like with
Yeah.
Joe, I just settled. Like I really did, 'cause I wanted to get out of my house. So I went from my
Oh my
parents.
God, she sounds like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
went
my
from my
God.
parents' house to Joe's house. I never lived
Same.
on my own. I came from a strict Italian family. Like I had a curfew till I got married. So it's like I
Would you
kind of
say that you didn't know what you wanted until like later? You think you figured out that it
yeah,
was different? Yeah.
yes. Yes.
So your love language changed, or you thought that it was that and it ended
Like
up being something else?
I didn't know
Yeah.
all of that. I didn't know any of that. Like words of what your love language is. Like I really like me and my ex weren't into all of that. It was just very like simple, like easy. Like we knew each other. It was just, I mean, I have to say Joe was pretty easy, but Louis and I, he's more deep, and I love
Right.
that. Like
Yeah.
you have like different
What is
conversation.
that tattoo on his wrist? The puzzle piece. What does that
Oh, that's
represent?
for his son. He has autism.
No, I noticed it like on the and I was
That
like, I wonder what
represents
that.
autism. Yeah.
Oh, did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Louis Jr. lives with us. He's 21, and Nicholas is 24, but Nicholas lives with his mom. And then, we see him whenever, because like they have a house in Florida, so they go there. So, whenever he's around, like he comes over and hangs out with us. So, we love Nicholas. The girls love him. I mean,
So
he
I
loves
have a prediction.
us.
I have a prediction. If it, I'm gonna throw this out there. If you could move to any other city and join the other housewives, which city would it be? Because I have an idea of what I think it would be.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Of course, Miami. Is that what
I
you
knew
said?
it.
Yeah,
I
Miami. Yes,
knew
definitely Miami.
it. Hey, come join us. Come
Yeah, I
lay by
don't
the
think
sun.
anybody asked me that question. Yeah, Miami.
Yeah,
That would be my
Awesome.
favorite because I like the warm weather.
yeah. And you could get a fabulous tan down here.
Oh, and the traffic, by the way, Teresa, is no different than it is back in Jersey here, just so you
Wait,
know.
you guys are in Florida right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's why
Yeah,
you gotta,
eventually I want to move there. Yeah, like when
yeah.
Adriana's done with high school, 2 years, I think I want to have a second home in Florida.
Well,
Awesome.
I'll be more than happy to help you. You know I'm a realtor.
Yes.
I got you
Yes.
back.
I got your
Yeah.
back.
And I think I know the areas that you're looking at, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
I know
Yeah.
because my youngest wants to go to school in Florida also, and Melania goes to school in Tampa, so
That's
definitely,
right.
yeah.
You know, Dominic, we went and toured Tampa. Dominic didn't want to look at anything in Jersey. We looked at Montclair State, Rider University. He got some money from there, Montclair, and Rutgers, right? He didn't want to look at anything in Jersey. He's like, Ma, I want to go south. So
Oh,
he
good.
ended up at FAU in Boca Raton.
Nice. Okay.
And then he never came home. So see what happens? We kind of follow our kids, right?
Yes. Yeah. No, and it's beautiful. So we'll see where Adriana ends up. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where
I
is
mean,
she
she
looking
wants
at
to
schools?
she wants to go to University of Miami, so we'll see.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. It's fabulous.
Yeah,
Fabulous. You're going to love
we'll
it.
see.
You're going to love it.
I mean, we'll see. Obviously have to see where they get in. So hopefully, and she does really good in school. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
So I went through my own challenges as a blended family, but it kind of went really smooth in a way. Like it wasn't as difficult, but the kids weren't living under our roof. Like Jack, my husband was married before the way I was. I have one from my first. He has two from his first. His two children do not live in New Jersey, and Dominic lived with us in New Jersey. So how has been the blended family? Like tell us about the dynamic and what were some of the challenges and what are some of the most positive things? Because I just feel like this is like a whole new era of like the freaking Brady Bunch. Like there's no freaking Carol
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Brady.
mean, I know we moved. I know they moved in. Louie and Louie, Louie, and we call him Little Louie. Moved in with 5 girls, and then we have 4 dogs all together.
Did you have a dogs? But wait, I don't mean to cut you off, but did you have dogs before?
Yeah, I had a multi-poo.
Okay.
But and then he had a golden and two labs. He had a golden and two labs, yeah. And our one lab passed away like two
I'm
weeks.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was like
Mhm.
my stepson was really, hurt, really.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. Yeah,
It's
very
like it's
upsetting.
like a person. It's like a person. It's a
I mean,
family
we were
member.
in Madrid and he came home the day before us and Bella waited for him to come home and then passed away. So like
Oh gosh.
he wanted to see him. I said that to him. I'm like, look, Bella wanted to see you before she passed, which
Yeah.
I'm so happy, because imagine we would have came home and and it happened before we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like waited for him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Animals know, they know. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
like amazing.
Humans do the same thing, right?
No,
We
I
wait.
know.
Yes.
They do. They
Yeah,
do.
you're right. Oh, so wait, you were asking me about the family. Seamless. It was very easy. We just blended. So it was amazing. I have to say, I'm very grateful and lucky that it went so smoothly.
Because I think that you get a lot of shit out there. And I'm going to go back to what you said earlier about like Louie's very different than your first husband, Joe. The same way Jack is different than my first husband, Jimmy. Typical Italian, blah, 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 blah. Even though my husband now is Italian, but grew up very differently. And you and I talked about some of the, like the differences, the cultural differences before. But, I think that it's just like, what was part of like, I'm losing my train of thought right now. Hold on a second.
But you're like, I don't, yeah, what do I get a lot of shit about?
Oh, you get a lot of shit about Louie. And people don't trust him. You know why? And my feeling is they don't trust him because they're not used to being treated in that fashion. They're used to the Goomba treatment that we all grew up in. Am I right? Like,
No,
come
I
on.
mean,
Like everybody's like a
yeah.
little Goomba this, a little Goomba that. And it's like, if a guy talks nice to you and tells you, love bombs you. Like, we didn't use "I love you" in our house before. When I met Jack, it's all it's all we say in our household.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
I don't
first
like
thing,
the
it's the
whole,
last.
I don't like the gomba, oh, yeah, oh, I don't like the cursing. Like, I don't like any, Louis doesn't even curse. Like, I love that. Like,
Right.
Louis talks like a gentleman. It's
Right.
so different. It's really different. Like, sometimes, like, if I ever talk to Joe, like, and he curses all the time. It's like, I
Right.
don't like that. It really, I'm like, I can't believe I was married to that. No offense, sorry, Joe,
I
but
know. But
I
no,
gave you
I
beautiful
know. But
children.
what
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I do have more beautiful. That's the best thing that came out of it. But when he talks, I'm like, ugh, like I don't
But
even.
no, but okay, so my point in saying this is that I think that a lot of what the lashing back on Louis is because people see him and they don't recognize the typical stereotype. Here's a guy, and I'm talking about housewives, critics that see him and are like, "Oh, he's this, he's that," like making all these false accusations, and it's all because he's a genuinely nice guy. Like, he loves Teresa. He loves her kids. He loves them like they're his own. And nobody's used to seeing that. And I think what you guys portray as a blended family is what everybody should be looking at.
Right.
And I think all that crap you keep getting against Louis is all a bunch of crap because they're so used to it.
Unfortunately, it was just my cast members that try to put out false narrative. But I mean, I think he's very much loved. Like every time we're out there, and if I go out to an appearance, he's there. Like everyone loves him. We were in Australia. He had, oh my God, there was more people. Like you had to see the line, people wanting to take pictures with him. Yeah. So I mean, it's just, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I would want a picture with Louis.
Exactly,
because
exactly. Like
right,
his line was so long. I felt so bad for him. I'm like, babe, you don't have to do this, it's a lot, it's like, but he was being sweet. But the thing is, it's like, you're always gonna have, some people are gonna say what they're gonna say, but for the most part, I think he's, you know, he's very much loved, and he's an amazing guy.